Good morning, everyone. Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here on a cloudy day, but still, we're here. Curry week. I didn't actually announce what I was going to do until about 5 minutes ago, and it feels a bit like that. I took 2 days off this week to play golf, and so everything else has been sort of manic. Thank you, Jason. I had an absolutely appalling round with him on Monday. I think he thinks I'm a bit of a duffer, which I was on Monday. Played with Carlos, who often gets involved in these shows as well, yesterday, and had a stormer. So anyway, that's my golf. Right, usual today. Let's show who's here. Andy on camera, hooray! And then over by the fire, which is lovely and warm. Ooh. We've got Mama and Helena. They're at the bar today. So, and yes, she's already. I don't know if you spot this, but she's always on it every Saturday when we start. Mm-hmm. There you go. There we go. We're back.
Paused.
Sorry, I don't know how I managed that, but I managed to flip it round and turn the camera off. Hopefully, you didn't lose me for too long. Right, 4, 5, 6 dishes. I don't know how many we've got. We've got a lot today. So there's some already cooking. So over on this egg, we already have some chicken going. We've done this before. This is just Palm Jits chicken. It's cooking. It's looking good. So that's just on and going. We're going to use that in a dish over here. So on this egg, we have already started. So I've got a pan. It's got some onions in there, just frying off a little bit. And on this one, we are going to do a chicken and mango curry. I've put the pan off slightly to one side. I've got half direct, half indirect, so I can just control. So if you look in, Andy, you'll see underneath the pan there is a baking stone. I don't know why they call them baking stones, because I never bake on them. I just use them for turning it half direct, half indirect. And it confuses so many people. When I put them in a quote and stuff, they will say, well, I've got a baking stone. Well, you use it to do that. So we're going to do a chicken and mango curry on there. Over here, and I should say, Big Green Egg do not condone this type of activity. I'm not allowed to do it, so we're frying again. I haven't got my flip-flops on, but we've got some oil in there, and it's exactly 180 degrees, which is what I want, and we're going to cook on that. So if you have a look at the egg, and I'll just tap it down a tad, you'll see it's well down at 110, 120 degrees C. So it's not raging in there. The bottom of the wok is near the fire, so it's going to be hotter. So I've gone through that several times before. In my opinion, and Big Green Egg don't agree with this, safest place to deep fat fry. I wouldn't want to be doing inside on my stove, because if it goes up, you're going to burn the house down. If it goes up here, you shut the lid. Job done. Right. So we're going to do some vegetable samosas on there. And then the last thing, well, no, 2 more dishes. We're going to do some naan breads. I have already made the dough, so we will see how that goes. It's a sticky-ish dough. First time I've done it, so it might not work. But I thought I'd try a different naan bread recipe. So we're going to do some naan breads. But first, you might have seen we did a vegetable biryani this week on the egg. I'm going to come to this one, Andy.
Okay.
Just to grab this. I've just heated my pan a little bit. I've done all the hard work. So I've got a bit of butter in here that's just melted. I'm going to pop it on there. Hopefully it's not too hot. We have basmati rice, and this is a cupful. So I'm going to take half and layer it on the bottom. Okay, probably a bit too much, but anyway. So half going in there. This recipe is already written up, so I had to do it. We have some already pre-prepared. We've got cauliflower, potato, green beans, carrots. It's got some spices in there, a little bit, some garlic, some cinnamon, some cloves, some cumin, a bit of chili powder, some green chilies. It's all in there, and I've fried that already, so just heated it up. And I'm going to pop that in as my middle layer. So Andy, if you have a look at that now. So this is part cooked. It's also got some yogurt in there. Okay, and then over the top we're going to put the remainder of the rice. Which I did put too much on the bottom, but never mind. Remainder of the rice. We are going to, in here, I've just got some milk and some saffron, so you can see how bright yellow that is. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to pour this over the top. That's better. Wasn't as good as this like the other day. And then to it, I'm going to sprinkle over some fried onions. So they should be crispy. They've gone a little less crispy because they've been sat around a bit. But if you do them at home and they're really hot, you can do them crispy. And some cashew nuts that I've already roasted.
Oh.
You can pick those off, Andy.
Damn right. Oh, I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that. Sorry. Might have offended somebody.
She doesn't like it. And when we did it in the week, the recipe that I did said put coriander and mint in now. It all goes black and horrible. So no, we're going to put it in at the end. Now, being a biryani, what we need to do is seal it. So a bit of foil over the top. Press it down so it seals nicely. And then I'm going to put a lid on as well. Nice heavy lid to hold that all in there. And that can go on our egg. And it should take 25 to 30 minutes. So let me just wipe my nose. Cold again. I haven't got a cold. It's cold.
Okay, so
There you go. Right.
Coco has got a stomping hangover and has asked for hangover.
Coco.
Coco Barney.
Yeah, Coco Barney, I know. Mrs. Sourdough, Mrs. I don't know, Sourdough Bread. Follow her on Instagram. Her sourdoughs, well, most of her cooking is epic. Follow her. Oh, and congratulations to Mark from Smoke Fine Food, who has won, I think it was Lux Magazine's best food blog of the year.
Oh, superb.
Get in, Mark.
Congratulations.
Awesome. So follow Mark. Smoke Fine Food. Have a look at his site. Your Mark's quite often on here. I've cooked with Mark. Mark buys all his big green eggs from me. We like Mark.
I think he is on, is he?
In fact,
yeah, he's on.
He didn't buy his first one from me, so but he has got a mini max.
You haven't come up with a hangover.
Oh, hangover cure for Coco.
More alcohol.
Get back on it. Get back on it, Coco. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, my big news this week, jab number 2 done. Yay! So I think between the 4 of us here, we're done.
Yep.
Perfect. We've all been jabbed.
Double jabbed.
Double jabbed. Right, let's go over here, Andy. So if there's any questions, Helena, shout out.
Yeah, we'll do.
Right. We have got our caramelised, slightly overdone, but that's fine. We've got onions. We're going to add,
Oh, nearly.
close, add in garlic. So I've got 4 cloves of garlic and about 1 inch of ginger. Now this recipe is from, and I forgot to bring the book out.
Curry guy.
Yeah, the curry guy, Dan Toombs. It's sort of his recipe, but butchered a bit. He makes a base curry sauce, he calls it, which is sort of a onion gravy with a bit of spice in it, but not very spicy at all. Unfortunately, I've used all my based sauce. We normally have, it makes about 3 litres and you end up with tubs and tubs and tubs of it in the freezer, and we used the last one. There you go, thank you, Helena. So it's from his easy book. So I'm butchering it and doing it my way, but this, we've done it from here before. But yeah, if you want to make curry at home, Dan Toombs, he does a whole series of these. This is the easy one. There is a red one, which was his first. I've got that somewhere as well. Anyway, right. So we have, so I've got the onions in there. If you look at his recipe, no onions in it, but that's because they're in the base gravy. So we've already got onions in. Now we're going to go in with our spices. So 2 green finger chilies, rocket chilies, bird's eye chilies, whatever you want to call them. This should be, and it wasn't necessarily, but should be a lot of coriander stems. I seem to have got a lot of leaf in there, but we're going to go in with those. What are you laughing at?
Oh.
Read it out, Andy.
Oh, what, Coco? Oh.
What she said. She on it?
Coco has put, can we have a stint of Charlie's Angels cooking? Wife, sister and granny.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that's carnage. That
could be quite funny.
appreciated.
That could be quite funny.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We'll go in with the spices. I'll tell you what they are with this shut so it doesn't get too hot. So we've got turmeric, we've got chili powder, we've got cumin, so half a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of chili powder, or just less than a teaspoon of chili powder. We have 3/4 of a teaspoon of coriander, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon and a half of garam masala, which is my go-to. If I ever make a curry, it's got all of that in it. Andy knows it.
Yeah.
She knows all the ratios, but that's what I do.
Not off by heart. I'm not that good. I got it in my phone.
Right, so we get all of that in there, and now we're just going to give this a good stir, get those fried off. Make sure the wet gets on those bits, and then we'll go and see how our chicken's getting on. That's not looking too bad, too shabby. Right, give that a couple of minutes. Right, let's have a look at our chicken. It doesn't matter if it's not completely cooked. Run off with my gloves. Where did I put those?
On the other barbecue.
Okay, there's a set here. I put a set by each egg, and now I've run off. Right. Thermopen. Oh, 75. They're done. It is. I'm looking for 74. These are chicken breasts. It's in Parmjit's chicken tikka recipe. Oh, I've lost one off there.
Rude.
That's fallen off. And for those of you who are still waiting to buy one of these Let's Q tandoor, they are on back order, and it might be a while. So I am trying to talk to Peter, and I may pay to get them air freighted. Right. So we want to go back in. We're going to use this egg to cook naan. Now this is Dan Toom's new way of doing it. He cooks them in a pan. So I'm going to cook them in cast iron. I'm going to put it in directly above the fire. This is raging, so I'm going to turn it down. It's only raging because that's where I wanted it. So I want this about 200, maybe a bit more than that, the naan. We'll see. Right, let's take these over without burning my hands on the skewers. Right. So all of our curry smells amazing. I'm just using the big green egg cast iron, enamelled cast iron pan. So to this we want to add our mango. So mango going in. So that's just a whole mango chopped up. That's going at the end. I need some chicken stock, which I haven't dissolved yet, so I'm just going to plonk one of those in. He says. In fact, I might use two. Bit salty, tastes good. If you don't like things salty, just use one. I'm bad. I always put two in. Now, because we're not using the base sauce, I'm going to put water in there. That was about 300 millilitres. I'm going to get a little bit more, so I'm going to jump behind you, Andy.
Okay.
Because I can see it needs just a little bit more in there. We'll get those stock to break down. Fire's going nicely. Right, put a glove on. Let's get this chicken skewers off. Pop this chicken in. So, if you want to use chicken thighs, go for it. We had chicken breasts in the freezer, so that's why I'm using this. Chicken thighs would actually be nicer, but we didn't have any. And try not to. Oh, hello.
So
No, it's the first time. It fell off site, fell off the middle because I hadn't put it through properly. No, the skewers, and I'll show you in a second. Oops. Well, you can see how hard it is to get the stuff off the bloody skewers. Sorry, language. That one fell off in the middle, but if I show you up close, let me just stir these in. Oh, I'm just going to move it over that way because it's quite fierce at the moment because I've had the lid open, so I'll shut the lid. If you look at these skewers, can you see they've got little dimples in them? So they're wide, they go wide and narrow and wide, so it holds them on. So it does work. That is the first thing we've lost off there. So unfortunately. Right, and a bit of extra mango. Bit of mango chutney. Whoop, burp it.
Shame on you.
So about 3 tablespoons, measured perfectly. If I could, I'd take it from the middle of the jar. No. Morning, Chubby. Chubby's my brother. He was the skinny one, with the emphasis on the was.
Rude.
And cheese. Cheese is Keith. Keith is another big green egger from London, who was. Morning, Lucy. Lucy up in Rutland, who was with Rachel last week. Morning, Sue. So Sue Stoneman, Southwest Cook of the Year twice. Follow Sue. Yeah. We're all on. Martin, Peter from Let's Q's on. Right. So while that's cooking away, I have made a dough. This is for, we're going to make these samosas. This is a really simple dough. It's just plain flour, olive oil, salt and water. That's it. So this apparently is supposed to make, how many did we say the other day? 12.
So that was the
6,
so
12.
was that the samosa?
Yeah.
Busy one. 12.
12. I think we said we want them bigger. So we're going to make 8 because it's easier to cut 8. So I'm going to cut it into quarters, cut it into halves. We'll make 4 now, and I'll show you what we've done. So I was absolutely rubbish at rolling these the other day.
Noted.
So, but what you want to do, get them on a board that isn't lumpy like mine. Nick at? Oh, morning, Nick. Yes, and I will answer your email, Nick. I know I've been
Slack,
yeah. So Nick is going to come up and cook some Thai with us, and hopefully, if we time it right, we'll get him in on a Saturday and he can do the show. No, yeah. So what we're doing, rolling these out. Now they say 15 centimeters, which means they're going to be quite thin, even if they are 8s, not 12s. Okay, so that's about 15 centimeters in my book. We're going to cut them in half. In fact, let's do that. I'll put them off to one side and we'll get the other 4. So we'll do 4. Get 4
One
ready.
each.
One each.
One each.
And then we can cook more after the show. Yeah, we'll get Nick up because he has been training under a chef in Thailand. So he goes over there, he cooks with him. So he's proper Thai food. I used to work with Nick when I was at Atos. In fact, when I was at Schlumberger Sema, because I joined from Schlumberger, Nick came from Sema, and between us, with a few other people, we joined the 2 companies together. All of their IT networks, and then they proceeded to sell Schlumberger Sema and undo all our hard work about 2 years later. But that's the way things go. But Nick is still there part-time, not part-time. He's there full-time, I see. But unlike me, who gave up work 8 years ago. Right. Next, here's the cool bit. So I've done a bit of prep. This is cold because we've done the prep. But in here we have peas, potato, carrot, onions, and lots of curry herbs. So we've made the filling essentially. So what we're going to do, and I'm rubbish at this, as you'll see, is we're going to take one of these, so a half, it should be a half circle. We're going to fold it up like that, and then fold up the other piece to make a pocket. Does that make sense? So what I need to do is wet this bit here, and then we'll fold it over on top and try and seal it at the bottom, just to make sure all the filling doesn't fall out, which I've done badly, like that. And then we're going to put our filling in to about 2/3. And of course I'm going to go way over the top because I'm rubbish like that. Right? And then you get your finger with the water and go around the edges. And I'll do 4 of these so you'll see it. And then bring the edges together and just squeeze them. Got a bit of filling coming out of that one, but there is our first samosa. So again, fold it. So what we're trying to do is get it to be like a little pocket. Cone, that's the word. Thank you, Helena. Little cone, make sure the tip is shut, fill it with filling. I've overdone it again. It says I'm going to squeeze it down. It's going to be good. Bit of water around the edges. Now this is a bit of a faff, but it is well worth it. I once invited some American friends over for a barbecue, and I think they thought they were coming for ribs and all of that stuff, and what we actually served them was a full-on curry and that was, in those days, it was a gas barbecue. Shouldn't say that, should I? I did used to cook on gas. So make your cone.
About 20 years ago.
It's only 8 years ago.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, 8 years ago, first egg. So get your filling in there. Got a lot of respect for people who make these for a living. There's got to be a better way. Well, if it's not the same, is it? So.
But it is quite an easy pastry.
Yeah, it's very easy to do. The pastry is dead easy. Yeah. So again, get your cone, get your water on. So Nick must make something similar of Thai spring rolls. We made those a few weeks ago. Come on. This one doesn't want to stick at the bottom. Bit of water. Need to go and stir my curry in a second. Now the recipe for these said it will make 12 and the amount of filling will make 12. Now I've probably made the pastry way too thick. That's probably the issue here. Fold it down. But there was loads more filling than was actually needed. Right, those are done. I'm going to put them out. I'm going to fry them in a second. But first, wash the hands. Have a look at that. So, any questions? Any comments? Any? Yeah. Right. So, swap sides, Andy.
You're not on top of your inbox, so I've got a to-do list for you.
Okay, no, I am a bit behind on my inbox. I'm rubbish.
So you're not allowed 2 days golfing a week now?
No, apparently
Clearly.
So I have your to-do list.
not. What have I missed?
Let's not embarrass him. Let's not embarrass
Probably
him.
an order. Oh. Oh, that's nice. You're going to like that.
Yay.
Right.
Where are we going?
We're going to go and fry these bad boys. So I'm just going to steal that plate. Take these 4. So these take about 10 minutes, which will give us time to do the naans. So,
Don't
in there,
forget to burp.
that's fine, we're really low temperature. We're down at 130, 140, 135 on there. Open it up. Our oil needs to be 180 and is 190, so I'm 10 over, but that's fine. because we're about to put 3 cold things in. So just slide them down the edges.
Try 4.
4 cold things in, yeah. So straight in the oil. If you're going to do more, do them in batches. So those are going to take, it says 10 minutes, but we'll check them in about 8. Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. Right, loads of filling left. So we can make some more. I'm going to wrap this dough back up to keep it moist. And we'll have a go at these naans. Right. So let me just wipe this down a bit. Let me grab some cloth. Are they all having fun at me? You're smiling
No,
away.
no.
Oh, okay. What was the question?
When are we starting classes?
Classes will.
Johan from Stephen would like to. Johan from Sweden
Would like to
come over from Sweden.
come over from Sweden to a class. You'd be more than welcome, Johan. We can sort that out. Sorry, need a drink.
So Nick from Cab said martabat, I guess, are the equivalent of samosas. And
Okay.
Roti and savoury fillings.
Oh,
And he'll show you how to do them when he comes up.
there you go. So Nick's gonna come up. We're gonna spend a day just cooking. Well, we'll spend more than a day probably. Right. Naan. I'm just gonna put some butter in here just to melt. Ready for our naan. So we'll pop that in there. It's warm. You could do it on the hob. We're gonna try and make some of these bad boys. Right. So this dough, it's got a bit dry on the top, so I'll just work it a little bit. Is self-raising flour. There's no yeast in here, no agent, anything like that. So I'm just going to chop a bit off. He says it will make 4 to 6. So we'll see how much that one does. That feels like a lump. Now you want to. This feels like huge. So let's take a bit off. You want this to be about. If you like them crispy, 5 mil thick. If you like them puffy, a bit thicker. Apparently.
Okay, so I've got a question for you.
So maybe we should have done a bit more. Go on, question.
So, any tips with lamb on the skewers? Sometimes they can be a bit tough. How do we make them more tender and what cut is best?
So if you're going to undercook it, I would go for leg or probably leg or chops. If you're going to cook it well done, then I'd go for shoulder, because then you'll get it hotter and you'll melt the connective tissue. Yeah. So there we go. Right, Andy, we're going over there. We're going to try one. We're going to see if it's too thin, too thick. Helena's putting a funny face.
Oh,
So
no, sorry.
here's our first naan. Of course, they would do them like this.
Yeah.
Flip them when I was over there.
I don't want to get flour on you.
Yeah. So, Dan's technique is to put a bit of water on the back to get it sticky.
I'm just going near the fire because I'm quite chilly, so bear with me.
Sticky, and then pop it straight in the pan, sticky side down. Hopefully that pan, is that going to bubble? We'll find out. Let's give it a couple of minutes. The idea is that the stickiness on the back sticks it to the pan, and then his technique, and I've not tried this so it might all go wrong, is to then turn the pan up the other way and let the fire hit the top, so you're not putting it on a pan. Let the fire hit the top so it puffs up on the other side and cooks, and then take it out of the pan. But we'll see.
Got to give it a go.
Go over there, Andy. Right, have we got any questions, Helena, while we're sort of at a...
No.
We've got those going, we've got that going, we've got that
So
going. We're
Mark's
doing all right.
doing
I'll roll another one.
wild
You can-
boar and pasta, al forno today.
Mark from Smoke Fine Food.
Yeah.
Oh, wild boar. Nice one, Mark. Let's get this into roughly a ball shape. Sorry, we've got police or ambulance going past. So this is a slightly bigger one this time. Wanted to start small and see how we do. Wild boar. Oh, that sounds epic.
Oh, you can hear them
Yeah,
samosas going.
They're cooking away nicely over there. Right. So the idea is you take off as much excess flour as you can. So yeah, these are plain flour, egg, the little black bits are nigella seeds, so onion seeds. What else was in there? Milk, water. I'll write them up if they're any good. But the easy naan recipe is on my website. So just it's my normal dough recipe, but with sugar in. Oh, there's lots of sugar in these. These are supposed to be like. Let's go and check that one. They're supposed to be like. Start the car. It's not going to stick. I think we might need it a bit hotter. Go up a bit. I'm going to go a lot hotter. Of course, a tandoor would be a lot hotter, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get it hotter. Where was I? Oh yeah, these are supposed to be like a proper, Indian restaurant ones, so quite sweet. So these have got 3 tablespoons of sugar in them.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah. So we're going to make 5. It said between 4 and 6, so we'll go for 5. More by luck than judgment.
Really?
Yeah, you know me. Alright, let's get these out. Now if that one is too thick, let's go for one thinner one. Yeah, should have got that hotter, shouldn't I? This one will crisp up. We'll do that one next because it's going to be thinner. Right, and then how long have we got left? Doesn't say. It did go on. I don't know how to get it up so you know.
You have to ask.
Oh dear. Siri, how long left on the timer? Don't want to know. It's one of those days. It's got a hangover like Coco's.
And like us later. Who knows?
Yeah. We're having a family day today, so there will be some serious drinking going on a bit later.
So apparently say showtime.
It heard you, 47 seconds.
Thanks, Steve.
There you go. No, all the gear and no idea.
I'll use that.
Right, let's roll those over, get the other sides. Now, if you are doing a full Indian meal, obviously you'd use the oil to make your onion bhajis like we've done in the past. So look those up there on my site, they are epic. Right, let's go and stir. Yeah, the onion bhajis, I just didn't have time to do those as well today. Oh, look at that bad boy. Right, now, to thicken it up a little bit, we are going to add about 6 tablespoons of nicely sieved, you see the lumps in that, coconut flour they call it.
Oh. And does it taste of?
It's coconut. It's just.
Oh, yes, your
Yeah,
opinion.
there you go.
So, can I just check, was that naan recipe Dan Toombs?
Yes, the naan recipe is Dan Toombs. If we like it,
Okay, so
I'll publish it.
for the recipe, so can you just read what was in it?
Yeah, so the recipe was about, he says 450 grams of, oh hello, I'm not going to try and flip it because it's not going to work. I don't think these are as good as mine. Maybe it's because it's not hot enough.
We'll try with the next one.
Yeah, next one we're going to go down a layer. Let's do that. Let's bin this one off. Should have practiced, shouldn't I?
Note to self.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. Too much golf.
I was going to say, less golf, more practicing maybe.
Right, let's get down there near the fire. Let's take this one out. Let's get it really hot. That's not bad. It's a bit cardboardy, that one. Let's fire it up. Open these up. Yeah, so it's Dan Toombs. 450 grams of self-raising flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 300. I'm going to mix these up now. Yeah, 300 millilitres of half and half milk and water, 2 eggs. I think that's it. Anyway, let's give this a stir and then we'll get those out. Oh, look at that. That is a good looking curry. Now, the longer you cook it, the better, obviously, but I'm just going to try the sauce.
That smells amazing.
Spicy and sweet. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Right, get these out. I did have a bit of kitchen roll, but I think it's flown off.
Do you want a bit?
It's blown on the floor right beside you. And it's like
Oh, there we go. Not on the floor. Just going to put them in a bit of kitchen roll. Right. All 3 in one hit. That's probably.
4.
Yeah, there was 3 here,
Ah,
and there's the 4th.
can't wait to try that.
So I'll take those over. They can sit and wait. I'm going to leave this on because we'll make some more. So we'll pop those there. How are we doing? Now we're hotter. You can see we've got more heat. Right, we're going to have another go. Thinner
Okay.
one. Water's over here. Get the.
Get by the fire. Oh.
Yeah. Are we ready? So we'll find out. If this doesn't work, the next one's going directly on the grid like I normally do because they work really well. Let's give it a couple of minutes.
We've got to
let
try
it
these
puff up.
things.
How are we doing for time? We're doing all
Did you
right.
not say there was sugar in there?
Yeah. There's 3 tablespoons of sugar. There you go. That was. I knew there was one more ingredient. Thank you, Mama.
I think you'll find she says, "You're welcome."
You see it puffing up. Oh, it's starting to puff up a bit. This is better.
Okay.
Needed more heat. When I cooked on the tandoor, and I cycled through the Indian Himalayas, and halfway up one mountain we stopped for lunch, and I got invited into the kitchen, and there was a big tandoor, and I got to do the trying to flap out the breads and then get them in and stick them on the side with the cushion. And it's not actually that hot, the tandoor. You think it's raging, but it's not. They just, but I mean, it's hot enough that you don't want to leave your hand in there too long. But yeah, what an experience! Halfway up a mountain with a river flowing past, in a really grubby restaurant. I mean, this was a cycling holiday, so but yeah, making naan breads with a dicky tummy. But we'll leave
I
that.
was gonna in lycra. Nice.
We all had the dicky tummy. Yeah.
Oh, there's a story there.
Oh, that was when I was at my lightest when I got back from that holiday. There we go.
Ooh, look at that.
Now, do we think we could flip it?
Yeah, let's
Should
do
we have
it.
a go?
Yeah, do
It'll
it.
fall off. You know it's going to fall off.
But we've got to try because
Yeah.
you mentioned it, so we can't.
Yeah, it smells like I'm burning it now. I've got it too
Yeah.
hot. Oh, it's going to work. Give it a minute.
Knock it down a bit.
How am I going to get it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have burnt the bottom of this one. This will have a crispy bum.
Bit like me if I stand
Yeah.
too close to the fire.
We're going downhill this week, aren't we? Oh, dear.
It's because I know I'm here for the long haul.
Right, I'm going to take it out.
Oh, go for it.
If I could get my fingers under it. That's the
Uh-oh.
tricky bit. There we go.
Oh, it's there. It's there. It's on the grill
Oh,
now.
is it falling off?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, well, fell off the last bit. Oh, burnt that. Too long.
Oh dear.
Too
Yeah.
long.
Smells
Right.
alright.
But it smells
Yeah.
good.
Smells
It can
good.
be eaten. It
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
eaten.
Oh, Mum wants some.
Hang on.
No,
Hang
it
on.
can be eaten, don't
Oh, mind the handle on the butter.
So we may as well. Where's my little thing? There. I'm going back to my recipe. Never mind Dan Toombs. Right, let's leave that. Leave that on there. I'll leave it on there.
What do you want it on there?
That's just it's
Yeah.
fine. Pop that in there. Right, let's go for one of mine.
Okay.
Now we are charging. This is going to be a quick one.
I'm here. I'm
Sue
here.
says like you, she cooks straight on the grill.
Yeah.
Let's see how it comes up. The recipe, right, a different recipe dough might work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sue does. I mean, Sue Stoneham we're talking about, she cooks some amazing looking naans. She always does them on a Thuros barbecue, which is a direct grill. So, yeah, but we shall see. Get used to them. Right, what have we got to remember? Curry's good. Biryani should be all right, hopefully. And then we'll serve it. Oop. Bars are really hot now. Needs to be a bit higher. Oh, we'll get there. I do them sometimes as well on the half moon metal plancher. That works. So I guess that's pretty much like doing them in there. That's nice on that side. 2 minutes. Any questions? Any suggestions for next week?
There's a lot of advice on cooking naan, but just not the way you're doing them.
Right. Fair play. So who's coming on the cook to join us and cook naan next time? Who's volunteering to?
No, just people saying generally someone said they cook it directly on the convector.
Yeah, done that.
Cook it on the grill.
Yeah.
So
Let's do another one. This one's fatter. Let's roll it out a bit more. In fact, let's do it.
Just give it a slack.
Yeah, just pull it out a bit. Obviously I burped that then. You saw that. Get two in at once. Come on. A bit like pizza dough, isn't it? That's huge now. Right, curry.
Oh,
Biryani.
fancy that.
What's that?
kedgeree, I saw.
Oh, we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we talked
sounds
about doing
nice.
that. We've never done it, so yeah, kedgeree it is one day. We've got a new fish shop which I haven't been to yet. So,
This stuff looks amazing.
does it? This is the Finn Boys. So it's owned by Jay, who does well, and some others, but he has one of the food vans in our village. Comfy.
Seen that.
Oh look, that's bubbling
Yeah.
nicely.
Yeah. Because I get slapped in the face with it.
These two are going to be the best. That's mine. Right, what have we got left to do? Let's start putting some stuff out.
Okay.
Just finish these on the top. So what have you got? Anything?
I'm not sure. There's a couple of thumbs up for kedgeree.
Okay.
Some,
Or shall we have a week off? It's my birthday next week.
Yeah, you should maybe have a week off.
you won't.
No.
Oh, look at those. Well, let's say a tiny bit more. Tiny bit. Sorry, I'm not going to go over there and stir that curry because as soon as I go over there, it will all go wrong over here. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know me.
So someone
Yeah.
else, I think, is like wants shakshuka.
Okay, yeah, shakshuka. We've done one. We've got a recipe for those on the website. We like that.
It could be like a breakfast.
Yeah. That one's a bit thick, I think. But we'll get some.
Oh, smells good. I shouldn't focus on the burnt one,
Oh,
should I?
no.
Oh.
Go.
Sue's
Come.
birthday next weekend as well, isn't it?
She's the same day as me. Sue.
She?
Yeah. Not sure these are as good as mine, but we'll find out.
Oh, someone suggested a birthday cake.
No,
Don't like cake.
I'll make you some scones.
Yeah,
Let's do scones.
we'll do scones.
We'll have cream tea.
Oh,
How about that? Proper. We've done. Did we do scones last
Oh.
I've
year?
done it as a cook.
Have we not? We had loads of scones last year in lockdown.
We had a bit of an
We had a
overload.
scone fest. Right, let's have a look at what we've got.
Did it the other day with you? Cheese and bacon.
Yeah. Get that out the way. I'm gonna get that out the way. Let me see all of this. Let's get the bowl out of. the mess out of the way, so we might remember to take the photos this week. That'd be kind of handy. So I'm just going to cut one of these in half so you can see it.
I just thought your wife was really flattering you then, because I just saw the 28th come up, and she meant the date, not your age. That's initially I thought she's trying to make out your 28.
No, Thursday.
No.
Right. So have a look at those, Andy. Look, our little.
Oh, hold on.
Cut one.
Oh, scrummy.
Right, last thing to put in.
Okay, coming over.
Coming over. We have got some methy leaves, fenugreek leaves. Put those in. Oh, smell of those. They're quite bitter, and so it'll take some of that zing off, or take some of the sweetness away.
Oh yeah, they've kicked in.
There, can you smell those?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Damn, that looks good.
Let's get this over. Pop it up there for a sec. So I might put a little portion up here to see how our biryani's doing.
Yeah, because you haven't got to wash it up.
I don't know what you're saying, Andy. Right, let's flip that round. Now this might need a little bit more, but we're going to serve a bit so you can see. That's been about 30 minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's like 12, 17.
Waiting for the big reveal.
So hopefully all of that steam should have finished. So the rice was part cooked.
Oh my god, that smells superb.
So this is just coriander and mint, about 50-50. We'll put some of that over the top. I don't think I should even take it out of there really.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to get the photo of that because that's better than last time. Right. We'll get a couple of our naans up here.
Rach says she can smell it from bars.
There you go.
Oh, stunning.
So let's get that out of the way. You can we'll put the butt. No, that one's it's horrible.
I took
That
the
goes
camera
over
off
the fence.
Took the camera off that.
Is that everything?
Yeah, so you've
Yeah.
done chicken and mango curry, veg biryani,
Yeah.
veg samosas and naan.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, curry. Barbecue curry, dead easy, in 30 minutes. Well, sort of, that takes a lot of prep. But the recipe's done. I just need to take a photo and I will publish it. The mango curry is a Dan Toombs one with my cut on it. I will publish that. The naan breads, again Dan Toombs, but there is a naan bread recipe on my website, so that's already published. And the samosas just need finishing off. So, sorry, I've got a runny nose today. So I think that is curry in a hurry. So
Nice.
there you go.
Smells
We're going to
stunning.
take some photos and then we're going to eat. We'll do some more. These little. I'm going to have one of these. Hang on a sec. What you need with these. A little bit of mango chutney. There.
You're doing a taste test.
Yeah. Gonna get in.
Good crisp.
Crunchy. Good filling. Oh, you're going to love these. You've got to try them. Anyway, says a mouthful. Stock. Bases of large big green eggs are getting very scarce, so I think you can have the acacia table is on its is going out of stock shortly. I think you can have a normal metal thing and that's about it. Unfortunately, it's just such high demand. Let's Q's, I've only got 2 English plugs left to go on them until they're delivered on Thursday. So if you order a Let's Q, it will come. It will be delivered. It will be sent on Thursday after the plugs turn up. Anything else I need to talk about? We've got everything else. Oh, the meter block should be back in stock hopefully this week or early next week. But otherwise, I think that's it. We need to get more logs on the fire because these two have not done anything, and then we can have our lunch. Because I can see Andy's cold.
I am shaking now.
So thank you. We will see you probably next. No, it will be next week. You
It
know it's
will
gonna
be next week. Yeah.
Now we're going to have some drinkies.
Yay.
And my niece is coming over. Hey! So, all right. Cheers, people. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Oh.